Hello YTPC, this is Paul from Papa Bear's Nook. Same thing like always, having trouble with the internet. I do have Microsoft computer, it's a little bit slow but it's still working. So, just gonna see if I'm thumbnail, see how I feel tonight. It's already late. I went to work to county fair. Had a great time. Talk about that a little bit. But I got my backup cigars, a Padron. To get through this, I'll try my new Avo cigar. One I forgot. One of the colognes I forgot I had in my collection. I used to use this all the time. This is John Paul Gaultier La Mel, and this is the Superman Eau Fresh one. And I just used a little bit of this. So, got a little stop on here too. It comes in this cool little tin can. Just put on top of it. It's got this bottom that you sit it on. I thought that was pretty cool. I got two of these, one Ultra Male and this one. So I'm just trying to look up what's in this cigar. I know it's a Patron, but don't know too much about these unbranded ones. I believe it was number 25, I'm not sure. So go a little bit into this cologne. It's definitely like sweet. It's got mint, aldehyde, neroli in the top, mid notes of sage, clary sage, amber, and woodsy notes. Base notes, vanilla, tonka bean, and sandalwood. I got the dry down going for about half hour now. It's definitely like a bubble gum kind of smell. Let me see what it says. Aromatic, vanilla, green, aldehydic, amber, fresh. Doesn't say sweet anywhere, but definitely one of the nice sweet colognes here. Yeah, so I was just checking something out. I don't believe they make this anymore. Wow. So these are going for $300. It's crazy. $364. Yeah. So in this tin, these came out in 2017, and apparently can't get them no more for cheap anymore. So, wow, it's good to know. Guess I won't use this like crazy. So, kind of cool thing about colognes is even if you open it and use a little bit, people will still buy the rest of it. Especially if it's a collector's edition like this. Alright, let me see one last time. Padron page loaded up. So annoying. Alright, I'm just gonna light this up and talk about it. Got my cedar today. What's up, Patrick? I love Hunted Bookshop. So I got fun live tonight. A lot of updates about my vacation. Did a lot. Fun hobby stuff last week and a half, 2 weeks. Cologne for today is a collectible, apparently. I just found that out. I knew it was going to be. I didn't know it was already. So these go for a pretty penny now. But I love you guys, so come in. Monday, Jacob's going to invent smell-o-vision. So, Superman by Paul Gaultier. This like nice bubblegum, minty, fresh cologne. And it comes in this cool bottle. It's like a torso of a man. And you can find these. Definitely pick it up. What's up, Todd? Watch it be my one day one day I got a whole bunch of people go through this like crazy. That's for you, Todd. Alright, so I'm smoking a Padron. This is one that just says handmade. I'm looking it up a little bit. We were at after work, came and picked up the truck from the shop, dropped it off my brother-in-law at work, and then came home and went out to the county fair. What up, Todd? So if you missed the intro, I used some cedar to start up my cigar. I'm just looking up real quick a little bit about this cigar. It doesn't say nothing on here. I don't remember what number it is. I believe it's 25. Maybe you guys can help me. It just says Padron, handmade. Just comes in here. So I got it at my alternate shop. This is the cigar shop called Churchill's. It's a little bit farther out, but I haven't gone here in about a year and a half. That's a lie. A couple months, and then before that was a year and a half. Now I remember why, because they got some really nice cigars there. They had the ones Donnie was talking about, Hillbilly Piper the other week, the 45s, the 46 Padrones. the 90s, the 80th anniversaries. Hopefully y'all doing good with that internet hack that got hacked in Microsoft. So far this is fantastic smoke. Trying to get the light a little better here. There we go. So last Friday I did my live up in the mountains on a vacation. Yeah, it was Microsoft 365 got hacked. So basically every one that used the operating system, like from hospitals to airports to my laptop, didn't really get hacked. It was just like it had an option to install Microsoft 365, but I hit skip, and good thing I did, because a couple of people said it went to some other site and it was a corrupt site. But why would I want to install something that's already on my computer? So yeah, it's gonna be a little loud over here. It's got the air on. It was actually a nice 90 degrees today, but it wasn't humid. It was actually a beautiful day. Like I said, we went out to County Fair. I don't know why the site is not loading. So my computer is just naturally slow. Maybe it was too slow to get hacked. Loading? Alright, so yeah. So, starting with last week, like I said, the live was up in the mountains. I went from me on the back porch to getting darker with the silhouette to straight up pitch blackness, which it's dark here now. Like this up there, like you wouldn't be able to see nothing. Like it's still bright out here because of all the city pollution, city light pollution. So one of the fun things that I wasn't expecting up there was the Elliott Ness Museum. And it's only opened every once in a while. So the 4 years going up there, it wasn't ever open, and now it was open. So we went there and found out some cool things about Al Capone and Elliott Ness and some of the people involved in that scandal / income tax evasion, why Al Capone went to jail. So I was doing a little research about like what cigars were available in Chicago in that area. So when I looked up what cigars they smoked, there was not very clear details. And the one I did find, there was a cigar out in Tampa that's not around no more. So technically, called La Corona Corona. So, yeah, they're not around. Then some Tampa one. I did find out these Ortegas, not this exact one, but the company was around back then, and we just happened to get this a couple miles from where Elliot Ness was living at the time, at one time, when he moved out of Chicago. Of course, I dropped that. Alright, so let's check out this website. Oh, now it doesn't want to load. Yep, now it's frozen. Yeah, maybe I did get hacked now, so I'm speaking of it. See what happens when I say something? Yeah, so that was one of the cool things we did up there. They had Al Capone's Tommy gun, Elliot Ness's oh, nice. Paul McCartney, you know. Any one of the Beatles I love. Which one, Todd? I mean, which one, Patrick? I talked about a couple of cigars. The La Corona Corona. The Tampa one. I know there's a new Tampa that's supposed to be like Al Capone's. And then there's another one that's out now, the Tampa one, but it's got a cedar tip, almost like a Black and Mild. I don't think that's the one he's supposed to. Oh, yeah, the Corona Corona. Yeah, I would love to get my hands on them. They said there was the two types, the Tampa and the Corona Corona. And then there's not too many details on Elliot Ness's cigar he smoked, just in the area that he lived at that time. There's Ortegas, there's R.C. Reynolds out there, and now they make an Elliot Ness cigar too. I just found that out about that the other day, so I didn't really do too much research on that one. But hopefully it'll be the same type of tobacco that he actually smoked, cigar leaf. So as soon as I do a little more research, or you guys know about those mobsters and stuff, I know like they ain't really smoke Cubans like Al Capone and them. They did, I guess, if they could find it, but most of their cigars came from Miami area, which I've had a couple Cubans from Miami that I didn't even know that were Cubans at the time. My aunt got me one. Trying to minimize all these programs that load up during my what's it called? There it is. That's what it was. I think it's the 2000 series. This is a small one. I believe this is a natural. So I found them. So these are part of the 1000 series, like either 3000, 7000, 2000. Not sure what ring gauge I got. It's definitely one of the smaller ones. And it does not look like a Maduro. Can't really tell in the darkness here. Let's see. Little trick I learned. Flash the lighter in front. Havana Tampa. That's what it was. Oh, okay. So if we smoke White Owl, then there's a Tampa, almost like a Tampa White Owl. Thanks. Thank you. I don't have patience with Google. So what happened? I got distracted. I was looking up LA Nessa cigars, and then obviously they're around the same, like they're intertwined. One's Treasure Federal Cop and check. He was a federal agent that worked for the Treasury Department. So he ended up locking up Al Capone for tax evasion. So, of course, we had to go home and watch The Untouchables. After seeing it, I remember like bits and pieces when I was little. 87. I was born in 81, so I was 6. Alright, so I found this. This is the 2000 series, the 5x50. Havana Tampa. I wonder if they're still around. After I'm done looking up this one, I'm definitely going to check that out. Patrick. White Owls. So I believe, yeah, I gotta check my search history. I did save it, but I'm on my phone now. I saved it to my phone. And the thumbnail is of another cigar I was gonna smoke if I got on after work when it was hot out, but I want to save that for another hot day. It's the one of the newer Avos. It's the, I'll show you in a second. It's the Caribbean. So this is also the Sync collection, like the South America Ritmo. This is the Caribbean one. Caribbean one. Yeah, so same thing's popping up. that I looked at before. That's why I got confused, Patrick. So they have Haba Tampas, but now they got a birchwood tip. So that makes sense that he smoked white owls. So that is awesome. So they're called Havana Tampa Jewels. Hopefully, we do just a tiny bit. Yeah. And then obviously, makes sense why they have those Al Capone mini cigars. Yeah, so now I gotta do more research about LA Nesta stuff. So I'll put that together. Maybe I'll do like a little cigar series on those two. Not just those two, but like other people in the era. But I love history of everything, especially like what is going on here? Alright. I messed myself all up here. Ah, here it is. Alright. So the Padron 2000, Natural Robusto. All these ads. 25% off. 25% off. Alright, anyway. This one, the Padron 2000 series, is Natural Robusto, a premium cigar combining Cuban seed tobacco aged for almost 3 years to create a medium-bodied smoke that's perfectly seasoned and amazingly complex. Further testament to its greatness, 2000 received a 90 on Cigar Aficionado. So it is a Nicaraguan wrapper, binder Nicaraguan, filler Nicaraguan. So natural shade. I just put a punch in there. And this is fantastic. And it's a lot cheaper than most Padrones. Got 11 for this one. Yeah, and you got 4.5 rating out of 145 reviews. So I just saw that. Message deleted by time. Why is everything getting messed up here? All my comments. Yeah, I just picked up a pack of them. I got the sweet one with the filter. You can visit this site, Top Hat Cigars. I've heard of them. I've ordered stuff from them. TopHatTobacco.com. I don't know if you can see it, but this smoke in here is fantastic. Nice RH. So what I'm getting, a little bit of black pepper, creaminess, a little bit of nuttiness. I did try smoking a pipe again. It doesn't hurt, it's just too much chatter. But it wasn't bad, and I'm gonna try to smoke more pipes. Maybe I just gotta get my strength back in my teeth. Or I do go August 2nd to evaluate my teeth and see if they're ready to get restored. These aren't bad. It's a 10 pack of 5 for 63. Yeah. So I did look up a little bit, so they're Hava Tampas. So it's the same company that he smoked. I don't know if it's the same exact one yet, but probably as close as I'm gonna get. So these are Tampa Jewels. I want to see if they have Hava Tampa regular cigars. But what you said, Patrick, and the little bit of research I did do, it seems more like he was into like the White Owl kind of things, and like the tips, like almost reminded me of like the Black and Mild kind of thing, but not plastic. He had the Caribbean Basin Cuban soup. Everybody's messages got deleted, so I'm not ignoring you guys. I forgot it's nighttime, so I do have to watch out for raccoons and animals around here. Alright, so that was that one. Alright. About 30 minutes in. Still like bubblegum minty. Wow, it smells so good, this cologne. Originally this was marketed for like younger people, and like with any cologne, depending on what situation you're in, the weather, it can work for everybody. This one is definitely wear all year. I wouldn't really, hot, cold, it's fine. Just don't go crazy on the sprays, because this one does project, and spray too much, it'll be cloying in the heat. Now checking Elliot Ness. Oh, so we did go up to the Zippo Museum. I got this one because we were up there when this event was going on, the 90th anniversary of Zippo. I should have led with this, but so I did get myself a new Zippo. This is a collector's edition from the Linda Pickin series. A little story about her. She lived in the Adirondack Mountains. Did like cats, animals, dogs, bears, and such. This is a 2023 lighter. This is basically like our vacation. Got the bears, the mountains, the dark sky. I'm leaving this one original. I do want to put some cotton in it when I use up the fluid. So this is what? Almost a week and a half with this fluid in here, and it stays. Some of my Zippos, when I get them, the fluid goes away fast. So, same thing pops up. There's a cigar called Protocol by Elliot Ness. I do want to finally read a little bit about it, see if it's actually something he had his hands in. That's alright. I don't know where any of the messages. Did you delete them, Todd? Let me see what it says. Message deleted by little time. Yeah. Sorry, Patrick. I'm able to see this now. Here. Alright. So I can't see all of them. Now, alright. So I'm reading your, finally loaded them. Just was able to reload. So, Hava Tampa cigars are produced in Puerto Rico now. Oh, no longer made in Tampa. Okay. Talis, who makes those cigars, moved production from Yapa Car Factory to Puerto Rico. Okay. No problem, Todd. Alright. Alright, so a little bit about the actual Elliot Ness cigar. It's actually named after him, after Elliot Ness. They have a natural and Maduro. And they're made at AJ Fernandez's San Antonio factory. That's not too bad, but it's a box of 10 for $124, so that's what, $12 each? And they're all on back order. Okay. Some nice pepper spice, so good. I love that kick. I don't like when it's bitter kick, but when it's like a spicy or some kind of other like thing. can't describe this cigar yet. I'll have to pull in pockets. Is that the ones in the black case, Todd? My Google is being ridiculous. Yeah, that's the one I just picked up. I got the sweet with the filter. I had one today because I had them way back in the day. I'm trying to find. Oh, thank you. Rocket wrapper, broadleaf binder, bottom filler. Nice. Thank you, Patrick. I'm wondering if they have any info of the one he actually smoked back in his day. But I know that one was named after him. And I did get a case knife. I did not bring that out with me today. So my first case knife, my son actually got one before me. I bought him one. Yeah, I'm not finding any info. So I will post this later. When we were at the LES museum, there was 2 cigars in the museum that he smoked, apparently. I should have done a better job of taking a picture of it, but I wasn't sure. Which one? I wish I don't want to go inside because my wife and son are sleeping. But I am going to do a little short YouTube video on this lighter. I do have, let me see what's close. I do have this cotton bacon. I'm going to replace the cotton with this stuff. I love this stuff. I got my, I don't think this is a zip one. Oh. Do have a backup Zippo in here. Let's see what year this is. This is a 2022 insert. Nice. Yeah, I love the Cornell deal ones. And this is a waterproof lighter, windproof lighter, but this is not a Zippo. This is what I want to show you. It's the cotton bacon. And then I take out the original and I put the rubber ones in. Which is cool because it's easy filling. Just pop out flap, little rubber inserts. Got a couple of them. And they last a couple of weeks longer. So this is my repair kits, like if anyone ever goes bad. I got a little knock around one, and then the nice Zippo 2022. So it's already 4 years old. I got this. So the Zippo one is the one I replaced with the pipe insert. Sorry about that. Right for my cigar holder. So this is like something I would imagine Al Capone would like have. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find LNSs unless I do a reverse search on Google of the picture of the cigar from the museum. I was just thinking about that because my wife showed me how to do that the other day. This is perfect for smoke rings. Yeah, it's not gonna tell about his cigars. Something that people normally don't look up, I guess. It's actually just like, yeah. That's like saying like what cigars that we smoke. And most likely it'll be, I highly doubt like he smoked just one cigar. Like I said, I did look up the ones in his area that he lived. There's a whole bunch of different ones from R.C. Reynolds cigars to, like I said, the Ortegas were around Chicago in that time, but he could have smoked Cubans and whatever. Yes, that movie is pretty good. A little violent and graphic, but most are. And little fun note, not fun note, but a note on him. He actually died of a heart attack on May 16, 1957. He was 54. He was cremated. Ashes were scattered over small ponds on the grounds of the Lakeview Cemetery in Cleveland. Later on, a memorial stone was donated on a plot near the pond in his honor. So I actually went to Cleveland a couple of years ago, but I did not realize like that's where he was buried at the time. So it'll be fun to go back there one day. So when we were up in Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, there was we went to the Bradford Museum, and then a little bit up the road we went to a restaurant called Model T's. It's like a really good, like their food was amazing there. We had a 28-ounce ribeye steak, some Cattleman Gold wings. Those are so good. It was like a mustard based barbecue sauce, but it wasn't really barbecuey. And then we're about an hour away from Lake Erie. We're going to go up there, but it was getting late. And as soon as we got into New York State, it said Bears next 6 miles. So 3 miles in, we stopped at an overlook, and like I had all this adrenaline, like I want to get out and look, but then you get out there and it's not exactly the safest spot to park your car and stand out in the middle of the woods on the side of the road. So decided to turn back and have an adventure for the next year, another day. So next year I do want to go and I do want to go and visit the Great Lakes, Lake Erie. So I do say there's Cleveland-based brewing company that is connected to LNS, which is Great Lakes Brewing Company. And there's an amber lager named Elliott Ness. Oh, so this is fun. This is exactly where we were. So, in Cottersport, Pennsylvania, the town where Elliott Ness spent his final months and died, has held an annual Elliott Ness Festival every third weekend of July since 2018. So we just missed that. We went home the week before that, so it's actually this weekend. So past events include public reunion of people descended from the original Untouchables and a dramatization of Al Capone's trial, film screenings, author talks, and the antique car show. So there's like 7 antique cars in the, it might be around 7 antique cars in the museum, from a Chicago police car, that was pretty much a replica of the actual car, but not the exact one that he was in. They had a couple other ones. Yeah, it was nice seeing like actual like cars in the museum and able to go up to them and look at them. They had like a replica of one of the jails. They had the St. Valentine's Day Massacre like set up like in an old Ford garage, like in the back of the museum. You couldn't go in, but it was like you look into it and basically like the paintings on the ground, like where everything happened and what it would have looked like. And then an actual picture of the massacre, which is kind of graphic, but it was what happened back then was actually was graphic. So also goes on to say in 2019, an Elliott Ness Museum inspired by the annual festival opened in downtown Collegeport, featuring several unique cars and exhibits describing Ness's life and career. So that's what we went to on last week. So I didn't know it was going to be on Wikipedia. So that's kind of fun. So the year that we went down there, they just opened, but it was tough to get in. It's by appointment only, and the bed and breakfast we stayed at, the owner happened to have the schedule of that museum, and we got ready and we went down there and we got right in. So I believe they're only open like once a week, and I guess they said if they don't get enough appointments, can't get in. But it's Untouchables, like we're lucky we even got in, so that was kind of cool. Yeah, so that was a fun trip. Then obviously we did family stuff. We went down to the lake, and to the lake we went to so when we got down there Sunday, there was a fireworks show we watched. We went mini golfing down there. So mini golfing was fun with Jacob. His first time mini golfing. It was good for the first couple times. He tried to hit it, and then he just took the ball and pushed it down, and we got like 1 or 2 shots in, and he would pick up the ball, and my wife said it was like the best mini golf game she ever had, because he picked up the ball and just threw hers right in the hole. So it was a great time. It was 28 holes or 30 holes, and they're like legit mini golf holes too. It was like, I think we spent $6 each. It was like barely paid anything, and it's like an all like couple hour couple hours of mini golfing. And at the end, they had that um last hole, like you hit it when a paddle boat ride, free ice cream, uh, free round of golf. And last year I won the free paddle boat, but it was raining, so I gave it to the next family that came in. And then this year I got another hole in one. I got a free golf, free round of golf. So next time I go up there, I'll use it because it doesn't expire, they said. So a little more about golfing. There's right in Cottersport, there's a golf club and golf, can't think. Golf, you can play golf there. So maybe next year I'll bring my clubs with me. I'm an okay golfer. Don't really golf that much, but I do know how to play. And kind of cool. My friends, the Knights of Columbus, invited me to get a team or two to play golf. We ended up getting 3 teams. The first team is me and my dad and 2 of my friends, the Knights of Columbus. And then the other 2 teams are a bunch of guys from work, and there's a lot of management there too, so it's going to be kind of intense, but like being in the Knights and like AA and the other groups I'm in, it's like for my job, it's like the high rollers basically, but the other golf tournament I play in October, it's like multi-millionaires that play. And you got little old me playing. So the vice president of the company is going to be on one of the teams, and originally he agreed to October, so he's going to do that with us. But this is just a private outing, and I guess the guys, they all play golf, so they already, like, as soon as they found out where it was, so it was like, the 2 teams filled up fast, and I ended up originally having me, my dad, and 2 other guys, but one guy couldn't do it, and the other guy didn't know if he was going to switch shifts in time. So they ended up going from me having 1 team to us having 3 teams. So it's kind of fun. So I'm on top of the team leaders, all 3. It's crazy. Sorry, this cigar is getting, I don't know what's going up with it. This is good. It's not as good as like the other Padrones, but for the price, it beats most of the other ones I like. Speaking of, so when we were down, going down on vacation, there was a cigars shop that we stopped in Williamsport, where the Little League World Series is. Little League World Series Museum is. And we wanted to go on the way up there. The website said they're open on Sundays, and we got there, they're not open on Sundays. apparently they switched the hours because it wasn't that busy on Sundays, and it's alright. So we ended up going on the way back, and I got a Brick House Double Connecticut, a Bourbon Maker's Mark cigar, and a Southern Jaw Cedar cigar. So I've heard about 2 out of 3 before. I've smoked one of the other ones at the Renaissance Fair. That exact one comes in. I still have it out here. Comes with the wax seal. So when I was at the shop getting my cigars for the week, I ended up finding them both there at the Churchills that I got this one and the Virgin at, and the Al Capones. But then, since we couldn't stop at that shop, we checked out this local liquor store, basically. It was called Potter County Brewing Company, and they had like a small humidor, but the ones that they did have were like, so they had a good variety, but they only had like a box of each one, and some of them they only had like 2 or 3. So I ended up getting their last Oscar Leaf Maduro, and then I got 2 of these Ortegas. These are really good too, except they just get bitter near the end, like the last third. But besides that, that's good. This is a black label. And then I found out later that this could have been one of LA Ness's cigars. And it was on one of the websites that I looked up, and it was that one. Can't think of the other one. This oh, it was the Gloria de Cuba before. It was the Gloria de Cuba Miami one, which is was a popular cigar from the guys in that era, that time period. That was smoked by the guys that could afford a high-end cigar. So they were like $1 back then. They're like $20 now. So I like going on vacation and then finding out about people and then doing research, like on like the same hobbies that I have, like cigar smoking or like the antique cars and stuff like that. Yeah, so the golf outing is next Friday, so I might be doing a late night live again, but not too late. Yeah, probably around the same time, because got a busy day. Got a half day at work. I leave at 11 a.m. and then get up for the barbecue they have from 11:30 to like 12:30, and then shotgun start at 1. Then after done golfing, at 6 o'clock they have a buffet dinner. So that'll pretty much be my whole day, and then I'll come talk about it on my live next week. Oh, there's another cigar too that I got. Let's see if I can find it. So I've been talking about getting these online, and kind of tough to find them online. Like, no, they're easy to find online, but I try not to get too many online. I like to get them in person. So, I know me and Donnie were talking about these a while. I think Patrick, you were there when we were talking about them. The Davidoff cigars, like the Abos on the House of Davidoff, and the Ferreira Tega, Timeless, and then the Camachos. I didn't like that much. I don't know why. They just weren't my style. I really like the Abos. And then when I was looking for the Abos, it was like a it was like a holy grail moment. I saw a box of the Xenos by Davidoff. So I had these. These are like one of my favorite Nicaraguan cigars I've ever had. And these are like under $10. They had these, and they had a couple people saying that it's not worth the price. They're like around 20, but I'd rather get a Padron. But maybe I will try one of them, just because they're right there. And but that's gonna have to be on maybe around anniversary or something, coming up in August, end of August. Yeah, it was you then. Yeah, I remember you told me about them. Yeah, I had the Timeless one. So they don't have them there, but they do have them up the road. Another place called Cigar Alley. So when I first did pipe tobacco and cigars, like it was more of I didn't know what I was looking for. Now the four shops around this area, like between all four of them, you can pretty much find anything except for actual Davidoffs. And like I said, I'm not gonna. It's like a treasure hunt for me. Like if I see them in the store, then I'll get them. But I'm not gonna spend all that money online, plus shipping and all that. Cigar bids do have Davidoffs every once in a while, but you're not gonna find them under $30. Nate Sherman, that's who it was. Yeah. So then what happened? He ended up selling his company, I believe, Patrick, and they rebranded them. So there's what, the Metropolitan, and then the Timeless, I believe. They do have them every once in a while on cigar bids. Oh, and they had the Mark Twain ones there too, but not the one that I had the press. So I didn't want to try a new one, even though they're like $6. But I got a whole 5-pack for $8, so I'm not gonna spend that much money on ones that I could get easily on cigar bids. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get back to my old routine, smoking pipe tobacco and then cigars every once in a while, because I've been smoking a cigar like every other day, sometimes every day. But I haven't been smoking like, yeah, so it got to the point I'm smoking like one cigar instead of like when I was binging smoking a couple. These things are expensive. I do miss my pipe tobacco. I was smoking yesterday some Saint Espresso. I love. I forgot how much I love pipe tobacco. It's just so tough to clench. So I was watching Mutton Chop Pipers live the other night. So that was actually pretty good. He was answering questions. His daughter was on helping with comments, and then obviously James Stumbo on Tuesday nights. And I've been that's awesome. I'm glad they saved that company. We don't hear about that much anymore, like when they sell like stuff to like what happened with pipe tobacco with the Orientals, that they sold it to cigarette companies, and then they just disappear. Yeah. Yeah, what they said, they couldn't save everything, but they saved like the most popular ones. Now it's all coming back to me. I did do a lot of research on them. Yeah, I'll save this probably for tomorrow morning. It's already almost 1 o'clock in the morning here. Same for you, Patrick. I do miss these lives after work, like when I was on second shift this time of night. It's more peaceful, like we already did everything with the family. You could still get them, Todd. They have not in every shop. I found 2 shops so far that did have them. It's got really bitter now, but it's like at the end. Oh, you had their cigarettes, huh? Didn't know that they had. Oh, well, they got bought out. It's like, I don't know. I don't know much about their cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes. As crazy as that sounds, because I smoke pipe tobacco and cigars. But if a cigar gets too much like a cigarette, I won't get it again, and most likely I won't smoke it all. Oh, wow. Did not know that, Patrick. So, hour 20. Still smells like fancy bubblegum. Which is crazy, because I didn't like this cologne at first. But then it's got like 6 years of age on it. And the same thing with cigars and pipe tobacco. The older they get, older they get, the better it is. As long as you keep it in a dark spot, which I do in my closet. Yeah, it's too bitter. put this one back in the house. I do like these cases. I can put my cigars and travel with them. So I treated myself on Tuesday. It was really hot. It was like in the hundreds, and couldn't come back here and smoke after work because I would have been dying from the heat. So I went to the cigar lounge, and I had another one of these Padron 90s, which actually I love them, but I was trying to get one of the naturals, but I wasn't paying attention. I was just mesmerized by all the cigars they had in stock. So I ended up, instead of like saying I got the wrong one because I already cut it, like, wait, this doesn't taste like the natural, but like can't go can't go wrong because those are my favorites too. Yeah, so start off just Maduros, then switch to some Sumatras. Like the bourbon one is Sumatra cigar. The 2012s I like a lot. The Avo South American one is a Sumatra. I'm not sure what the Caribbean one is, but I love Sumatra cigars. I pretty much think I like every cigar. Not as big of a fan of Connecticut ones, but on a hot day, they're great. Yeah, it's too good. So that's why I smoked it down to. I was not expecting this one to last that long. About an hour and 20 minutes smoke. Wow. I love Kohlhausen Cup. That's good because you could pretty much only find them in Germany. Like the ones I did get, I had to order them from Germany. And shipping is not cheap there. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for our midnight smoke. So next week, like I said, got the golf outing. Jacob's birthday party's coming up Sunday next week. That'd be cool to get him stateside now. But yeah, this Padron, like the mouthfeel is just as good as the 1926s and the other one, but you can tell it's not as like high quality, but it's still great. So yeah, I'll tell him he's already 2, so turned 2 last week up in the mountains. We had yeah, I'll talk a little about that. Yeah, so when we were up there at the country club, we got like burgers and hot dogs, like higher end burgers and hot dogs. So the bed and breakfast that we stayed at, Frosty Hollow, 3 times a week, they used their restaurant and cooked their food. And we got this peanut butter pie, and it was like almost like those Reese's pies. It was so good. So we ended up getting a whole pie instead of a slice, and putting candles on to the celebration there. Got him some fun gifts from like the lumberyard and the Zippo Museum. He got a little Zippo hippo plush uh, figurine, and got some Sasquatch and Bigfoot toys. And when we were up in on that Friday, when we were up there, there's like a truck food trucks, and a meet and greet for the first responders and police and firefighters. And of course, we get there, and the bed and breakfast was there, the ones that told us about it, and they had their stand up. So we got some brisket and some stuffed pork that they smoked on at their bed and breakfast, like outside. It was amazing. It was so good. And then yeah, so we had a great time. There was so much like we crammed into it, but we as our fourth year going up there, so we like starting to get like a theme down there. Maybe one day we'll get some land up there. Um, Hopefully soon, before prices skyrocket up there too. But yeah, so we got up there. They had cornhole. They had a guy on stage playing music. It was like a big picnic. Got lawn chairs out, and as soon as we get there, there's a bunch of little kids. One little girl grabbed his hand and started walking to his dad and family. Jacob's a little too friendly, but it's all good. People were super nice up there. Like they already, my wife was walking with them, and he makes friends pretty quick. So that's that's good to have. He's talking a lot now. And yeah, we had a great time. And my wife's going back up there in March for a women's night out. So yeah, we're gonna try to get up there as much as possible. But it is 5 hours non-stop up there. It's a kind of a far drive, but got my radiator fixed in my Jeep, and went great. Like had to fill up the gas, what, 2.5 times on the way up there and once on the way back. Always using a lot more going up the mountains than coming back. So yeah, thanks Patrick, Todd, anyone else watching. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so same thing to you, Todd. God bless. Love you all. Peace out, guys. See you next time.